Hi everyone! So, this year marks 10 years since I've been posting online. How fucking crazy is that? So, the original plan for this video was to show off my old artwork from 2016 and react to it. Uh, so it turns out I did not bring those with me when I moved. I know. I'm sorry. Uh, And I was like, well, I still want to show off my artwork. And I was like, and I was trying to look through my sketchbooks from like years afterwards. None of those pages were really filled out. I really wasted those sketchbooks. Oh my god. Sorry, Grandma. Sorry, Bubby. And and I was like, well, these aren't good video content. And I was like, well, I got one fully filled out sketchbook right here and a partially filled one that I just started like a couple months ago. So, recent sketchbook tour it is. So for context with these sketchbooks, I started this one in late May of 2025 because I had just gotten done with a very time-consuming drawing of Hatsune Miku from the Rabbit Hole music video. Don't watch that if you're under 18. It is about sex. It is about prostitution. Don't really recommend it if you're under 18. But I drew it and it's like one of my my most spicy main social drawings that I've made, and I really liked it. But oh my god, it showed me how burnt out I was actually getting with digital art, because I was in that headspace where, oh, everything needs to be perfect, and if it's not a fully rendered drawing, I am not going to be happy posting this. And I was like, I want drawing to be fun again, so on a whim, I just went to my local used bookstore and to see what there was, and because like I already had the thought in my head like, oh, I'm not having fun with my artwork anymore. And it was like after school or something, and I wanted to just walk around the city because I had money at that point, and I was like, fine, I'll just go into the used bookstore because that place is great. I found this sketchbook and I was like, okay, I'll start drawing traditionally again. And I bought it. It was about 20 bucks, which is not bad for a really good quality sketchbook, which this is. And I took it to the boba shop that was like a couple blocks away. It was like near the bus station. And I sat there, got some boba, and started drawing to my heart's content. And I was having so much fun. And I was like, this is how art should be. This is how I used to be before the perfectionist in me took over. And lo and behold, I am having a great time now. And I don't do a lot of digital art anymore. It has mostly been traditional artwork because I have more fun with it. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, this is a sketchbook tour of artwork I have done since late May 2025 up until very recently. So have fun with that. I will not be showing my face until the end of the video. This will be just showing you my artwork. And I will also be ranting about my experiences as a child, specifically a female child on the internet in the mid to late 2010s. And if you know, you know. Google Plus was a cesspool. Oh my god. I got fucking doxxed on there. You have no idea. Yeah, that was an actual thing that happened and it sent me spiraling. So yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Alright, take two. So, this is the sketchbook I started out with in May 2025, like late May 2025. This is this one I got for 20 bucks at the local bookstore. The first page of this is my contact info in case this ever got lost, stolen, or something otherwise. So I will not be showing. And this is the first page. You got Madoka Magica, you got Freerin, you got Miku, you got my roommate's cats. I was having so much fun. I was drawing this at the boba place, and yeah, I just had some food from the the little convenience store from the bus station, and some boba from the place I was at, and I was just going to town with this, and it was so much fun. I stayed there for like a good 2 hours probably, and I was just drawing away. I want to go back when I have money again. And with my new sketchbook, it was so much fun. We got Black Butler, we got OCs, we got another cat. So these 4 are related to their own universe. Well, not their own universe. Well, yeah, their own universe, but it is a My Hero Academia AU. For disclaimer, I have not been into My Hero Academia since probably like 2021. So these are like, so if anything My Hero Academia related I draw on this, it is purely my OCs. And that is it. Because I am too attached to my OCs to let them like fray out of my life. Well, aside from my Star Wars OCs, which get neglected heavily, I'm so sorry. Even though my username is literally named after one of my Star Wars OCs. So if you don't know who my OCs are, which if you know my content, you probably do. If you're one of my friends, you definitely do. So this one is Luna. She has a prosthetic leg. She is also part cat and part demon. This is her little adopted brother Inu. She's actually the adopted one. And there's a 10-year gap between these two. She is 17 and he is 7. He's just a baby. He's a big boy. And this is Luna's girlfriend, Tayo. She's Filipino. They love each other so fucking much. They are so sweet together. And this is Miyu. She is a sea monster. Her codename is Leviathan. I should mention codenames. Luna's is like a pending one, but I've been like thinking glitch because of how her quirk works, you know? This is Emiko. If you know Jekyll and Hyde, you know what their quirks are. She is one half of a whole. She is the Hyde to Hanai's Jekyll. They are twins technically. I consider them twins. They're probably not scientifically called twins, but you know what? This is a world about kids with learning about their powers, so who cares? You got a lot of Madoka Magica here. We got Moonsetter's OC Aiko. Hello, Moonsetter. Hi. And you got Luna here doing like a face mask because I want her to be able to relax. You got a little doodle of me. Hi. More Luna. Nagi saw my baby. Oh, Turbo Granny. And Sylveon smoking a blunt because why the fuck not, right? Well, because I am a stoner. We got Silly Freerin, my baby. And we got Mabuyu from Scene Zero. Because at the time this had just come to Madoka, etc. Madoka Magica, etc. We got June from Jinjin Ninja OWO. Love her content. Fun fact, her starting traditional artwork again was the main reason I got into this. Oh, this is actually not my artwork. This is from my friend Jace. Hi. Yeah. And yeah, I let him draw on my sketchbook because I was like, hey, I want something of yours in my sketchbook. And yeah. These are mine though. We got Flurry's OC Daisha. Oh yeah, we also, I think there's another thing in here that I drew for her. Is there not? Okay, there isn't. Okay, I'm so discombobulated. I'm sorry. But yeah, we got Flurry's OC Daisha. We got Silly Nezuko. We got Isabelle from Animal Crossing crushing over Master Chief because I ship those two so hard. I have never once played the Halo games. I am too much of a pussy. And we got Fluttershy from My Little Pony because why not? I loved that show growing up. We got more pony sketches because why not? I was on a roll that day. And here I was actually doing some like character design experimentation because I wanted to I wanted to design like a human Sylveon because that is my favorite Pokemon. I love Sylveon so fucking much. And Sylveon, let me grab plushie really quick so I can illustrate my point. So this is actually a gift from my friend Jay that he gave me for Christmas. So this is Sylveon, if you don't know. It came out with the X and Y games. It was the last evolution ever made. And like as of recording this video, there might be one, but I'm not going to be delusional. I know how they work. And Sylveon is a fairy type, so obviously very regal, very elegant. And you know what era was known for its regalness and elegance? The 1700s in France. Pre-revolution, of course. So I wanted to lean into that and see what I could do. Obviously, these are like kind of like Victorian-esque in the shape of them. So it's not historically accurate. These are like very fantasy 1700s. Some like a lot of this is not historically accurate. So this is, and you got some of my little notes here. And this page is me really leaning into the historical accuracy. So you got way more of that with like the hair, the bodice, the skirt and all that. So, and yeah, most of this page is blank. It pisses me off to this day. I'm not gonna fill it though. And we got one of my great friends, Orpha's OC Ruby, from Black, and she's a Black Butler OC. She's a Reaper. She's just a baby though. She's just a baby. And got Grell behind her brushing her hair because that's her mama. And got her talking about Will and stuff. I don't like to write words because I'm a horrible writer, so I just do little illustrations. And you got the Meta Vanity before bed, and she's got her little Mark hair plushie, and it's so cute. And you got more Black Butler and Freeman doodles. We got Sullivan because she's just a baby. She's a baby girl. And we got Fern, both as a teenager and a baby. And these are so cute. I'm really proud of this one. This one's really good, honestly. This one's an OC exploration thing. I wanted to see how Hanai and Emiko would interact. I've always had the idea that ever since like getting into the webcomic, The Glass Scientists, by S.H. I can't pronounce the last name. I'm so sorry, but I will link it in the description. It's a webcomic, but I also have all three of the published books. You can find them at Barnes & Noble. I highly recommend them if you love Jekyll and Hyde and Victorian Gothic literature. But anyway, I was like, I really like the idea of them communicating through mirrors or glasses, like anything made of glass. So I was like, what if they had like a mirror, like a few mirrors in their laboratory at school to help them communicate, because they are scientists. They build prosthetic limbs. They made Luna's, funny enough. That's actually how they met. So, and Emiko is a little mischievous because she's a Hyde. She is, her, like, if you notice their initials, I wanted to keep it EH and HJ with their names. So we got Hanai and we got Emiko. So I wanted to see how they would communicate, and yeah, we got this. Ignore how bad this view is. Oh my god. Yeah. And I also wanted to draw like Hanai's like overalls from the back, because this was like the first time I was drawing overalls and stuff. And yeah. Hanai is not particularly happy with Emiko. And we got Freerin, like exclusively Freerin doodles. We got Aura the Guillotine. I love this design so fucking much. Aura the Guillotine. That arc was so good. Oh my fucking god. I rewatched that arc specifically because it is so good. Also, season 2 just came out and I am loving it so far. Cannot wait for the English dub. And we got little free doodles that I started in class. Sorry. I was bored, okay? I finished my work. And I was also listening to the teacher. And so yeah, it was just like practicing like proportions and how she would look in my style. And we got the silly baby up here. Look at her. I love her. I love that stupid little face she makes so much. And then we got more Freerin. And then we got some Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I am not one of those fans. I promise you. I love it as a normal person. I'm not a fucking creep. I do not like lolicon. Or shoujo-con. I hate that stuff. That is pedophilia. I just wanted to make that clear. So yeah, and I fucking love this gimmick they put in the Freerun show, where Freerun keeps falling for mimics. Girl, you are a 1,000-year-old elf mage. What the hell are you doing? So yeah, yeah, I don't know. And then we got more Madoka Magica and Pokemon, because I love both of these so much. Baby, my beloved. And then we got some exploration of OCs, this time featuring Luna, my biggest baby. Literally, she has over a foot on me. She's 6'4", I am 5'3". We got her singing, and for those who don't know, she's a singer too on the side. She plays the guitar. She's also left-handed, so it is very hard to find reference images for her, which is why I don't draw it like much. She also has a tail, if you didn't notice. And I decided to draw her like recovering from battle, because when she uses her quirk, she starts transforming and she gets aggressive, and she also grows these giant horns, which do hurt because they are made out of her actual skeletal structure. And yeah, this little note right here should explain it. And then we got her prosthetic, because I was like, I don't have a clear like reference for her prosthetic. I never have. So I was like, well, here we are. I wanted to like see how it would work. I spent like a good hour looking through Google Images to see, oh, what would work best for her. It's probably not perfect. She is very active, so I'll probably change it in the future, but for now this works. Yeah, and we got more exploration with her on this page. I wanted to draw what her teeth would look like. And we got more. We got her rocking out. We got her grumbling in pain during a battle, or like right after a battle. And she's also a stoner like me, so we got... And if you remember this meme on Twitter, I was referencing this. No, Luna holding it in does nothing. Yeah, it really doesn't. And we got Den to Den, because my friend Jason and I absolutely love that show. It really got us bonding. So I just drew that out of, because I fucking love that show. And we got more OC exploration. We got Tayo this time. This is Luna's girlfriend. She has no quirk, but she is a figure skater. And she is Filipino. Her mom is Filipino, and her dad is a black guy from America, who moved to the Philippines because of a job, and met her mom. So, and then they moved to Japan because of her mom's job prospects, because her mom is a really famous fashion designer in that world. And so that's how they're able to afford such expensive figure skating classes and stuff. And her dad's actually a chef, so she also works at his restaurant as a waitress part-time after school. And so yeah, they met at one of Luna's concerts. That Luna was performing at like a restaurant or something, and we got them on an aquarium date, and Luna, they're both just mesmerized. Luna is probably getting hungry because she loves fish. And we got them in kimonos for New Year's, and we got her figure skating her heart out, and we got her being happy. She's just a baby. And we got her in uniform. I love, if you can't tell, I fucking love my OCs. We got her in her school uniform. It's just a regular school, not like a hero school. She can't get into those. We got her waking up. I wanted to draw her in a bonnet because I know a lot of people of color wear those to protect their hair. And this was foreshadowing because this actually happened to me. This part right here, because this happened to me like last term. This exact same situation happened to me. Funny enough, I accidentally woke up really late, and I was like a good like my class had just started by the time I had woken up, and I commute by bus, so I had to spend $40 on an Uber to get there within 30 minutes, or else I was screwed. Luckily, my teacher was very chill. Anyway, so also because in my defense, my alarm did not go off. And we got them out of having a sleepover, and Luna holding her so protectively, because Luna's her protector. Because Luna is very strong, like really, really strong. This is not to scale at all. Luna's so much taller than this. No. And we got her sneezing because I wanted to work with facial expressions and stuff. And we got a random choco cat because I wanted to fill in the space. And we got this little interaction. Mew was actually a sweetie, but she was pissed at Luna. And you can read this. You can pause it to read this. And this is actually a really interesting design thing. Like biology wise, Mew's tail works like a possum or a chameleon's tail, so she has full range of control. Like, she can grip things with this, and it's basically a third arm. And then we got Luna doing little day-to-day life stuff, and we got her walking from like a store, going to a gachapon machine, eating and running to school or something. And then we got outfit explorations for like their work outfits. We got Luna's, who is very like utilitarian. She has this giant coat and some baggy pants and some long boots. She doesn't like having her skin exposed that much because it exposes vulnerabilities. We got Mew, who can transform into a giant sea monster. So hers is very like swimwear, but hers is also, but as you can see, her outfit actually came first because she is 1 year older than Luna's, and Luna took inspiration from hers very heavily. However, the main difference with these two is Mew's jacket is actually her dad's old fishing jacket, because her family lives in a fishing village. They actually run the place. And yeah, so and she was like, well, I really don't care if it's gonna protect me. I can protect myself just fine with my harpoon. So her dad just gave her one of his old fishing jackets, and yeah, she wears that. It gets beat up so bad, but he's so proud of her. And we got Luna's spiked gloves because she likes hand-to-hand combat more. And we got Miu's harpoon, which she keeps that thing sharp. It also recently I've been toying around with the idea of her powers because hers is actually not a normal quirk. I'm like expanding this into like this is starting to really just turn into my own creation itself. This is an AU, so I can do what I want. This really breaks the rules of the universe, but her powers actually come from an ocean goddess, so she can do things with her powers that normal quirk users really can't. So and it's generational. This goes back over 1,000 years. So the first woman born into the family per generation gets these powers, and she was the first. And lo and behold, she has this giant fucking tail and fish features and the ability to transform. And so yeah, she has the powers of the goddess, just very diluted because it's just part of those powers, but it is still very powerful. And then we got Hanai and Emiko's. Their quirk is by far the weakest because it allows them to transform into each other. So they are delegated to being a medic for the team and for the agency as a whole, because this is the Hawks agency. Because Luna's adopted dad is Hawks. And so she works as a medic for them, patching up wounds during battle and making sure they're safe. This was a crossed out one because originally I wanted to do like a skin tight thing, kind of like the world's mission outfits, but I was like, no, I really don't want people sexualizing her. Like, I know it's gonna happen a lot, but she's 15. So I was like doing preventative measures for that. So I wanted to like make her outfit pretty baggy, and yeah, I also gave her a medic helmet, like kind of like what they used in Vietnam. And we got her medic bag, and yeah. And then we got more OC exploration with Miu in battle. We got her wielding her harpoon, and yeah. And yeah, these are very fun poses to draw. I'm very happy with them. And then we got the first time I drew, and only time I drew Miu's true form. Here she's 40 feet long stretched. She is much smaller than her mom. Her mom is probably like 80 feet stretched. So she has still a lot of growing to do. And I wanted to make her dad the most basic looking Japanese fisherman. So, yeah. And then we got her mom, who's an absolute sweetheart. She loves Miu very, very much. Miu was a miracle child. And she's their only child. They are protective of her, but they also know that because of the fact that with these powers they are supposed to protect people, they have to just let her, and that worries them so much. But they are very relieved to know that her friends care for her and keep her safe as much as possible. And then we got Pantene Stalking, specifically Stalking. Don't watch it if you're under 18. It's an ecchi anime. I love it though. It is so goofy. Fucking the new season that came out was sending me. We got Doodle from a dating simulator game. Yeah. And then we got some Instagram story suggestions. This was around the time K-pop Demon Hunters had come out, so we got Human Derpy, Child of Divorce mood, and we got Evie just rolling around. For my friend Grizz, hello, and yeah, a little flower crown. And then this is such a sweet drawing. Thank you, Jace, for suggesting this, by the way. And this is one of my favorite drawings I have made of Luna and Tayo. It, like, here. Just look at their faces. Luna's face especially, I'm very proud of the way I made her cheeks curve up with her smile. She looks so happy. This is an outfit swap. Tayo is wearing Luna's and Luna is wearing Tayo's. And then we got more Luna and Tayo. This is them on another aquarium date. I am horrible with background, so you'll just have to put up with that. And yeah. Then we got them on a little dinner date. And yeah. I really like playing with Tayo's hair. It's very fun. I know what I was doing here. I was trying to figure out how I would go about the format of a drawing, of a digital drawing I was doing. Well, I was thumbnailing because I was like, how do I want this to look? And I'll post the speed paint eventually. It was for Discord server collaboration. And then we got Gold Ship from Uma Musume Pretty Derby, because this was around the time that had just come out on Global, and this was actually done at the Portland airport while I was waiting for my flight to see my grandma, because I was bored out of my mind. And yeah, this was my first time drawing an Uma Musume character, and of course it was Gold Ship because it's Gold Ship. If you know, you know. Gold Ship, my beloved. And we got sketches for that collaboration, because I also wanted to contribute something else, something more than one drawing, even though that was a big drawing. So we got some Black Butler sketches with my OCs. It was a celebration thing, and I was out like, can I draw them with my OCs? And the mods were like, yeah. And lo and behold, I did. So we got Luna in a kimono. Oh, and we got my friend Flurry. I was practicing with my real life, like, my realism style. And yeah, it's not perfect. I know it isn't. But it was such a cute photo. Look at them. Look at her bunny hash brown. And I was returning to my pony, my Little Pony mania roots over here, doing a little pony sona, because why not? And we got more stocking from Pantene Stocking. This is a screenshot redraw. We got a fursona. Probably never coming back to this, but it was fun to draw. Oh, and from this point on, this is mostly going to be like full drawings, but but not colored until the second sketchbook. So this was like the day the new Demon Slayer movie had come out. I saw it on release day. This was yeah, look at the time. I could not sleep. So we got Shinobu. I had already read the manga up to that point, so I knew what was going to happen. So we got a little funeral piece for her in advance. Rest in peace. And we got Doma, the fucker who killed her. Still love him, though. I actually have a statue of him up near my PS4. And then we got Guillaume, my beloved. He's such a himbo. I love him. Cannot wait to see him in full action during the Kokushibo fight. Cannot fucking wait. This was during the summer, so I had plenty of time. to just draw my heart out. So you're going to see some egregious timestamps if you look closely. And we got Winter Miku, specifically 2023, because it is my absolute favorite design they have ever made for Winter Miku. I want a figure of this Miku so bad, and I cannot find it to save my fucking life. Like, for a reasonable price, I mean. And then we got Obamitsu, because they're... I'm not ready for what's gonna happen to them. If you know, you know. And then we got Flurries, OCs, Dacia, and Furcus. I have been friends with Flurry for a long time, like almost 6 years now, so her OCs are very precious to me. Look at that. And then we got Iron Mouse, my beloved. I love Iron Mouse so much. I really love the Decora model she has. Even though it has a lot of details because it is Decora key. and I of course drew her holding a cinnamon roll plush because she loves cinnamon roll. And then we got Laguna Blue from Monster High. Very proud of this. I used to always be really hard on myself about not being able to draw Monster High characters that well. But, and I was like, fuck it. And boom, I'm so proud of this still. And then we got, Lizzie and Sullivan from, Black Butler. And, oh my god, my babies! I ship them so hard. They're so precious to me. Like, not in a weird way. I just, if this wasn't the Victorian era, I would want them to be girlfriends so bad. But, yeah. And then we got Haru Urara and Raishower in Madoka Kaname's and Homura Akemi's outfits from Madoka Magica. Because I was like, it's so perfect for them. And yeah, I'm so happy with this. Oh, my babies. The cuteness aggression is hitting me so hard. And then we got Knights of Guinevere. The pilot episode that just came out around this time, and I loved it. I still love it. Dana Terrace, my beloved. I loved the Owl House when my friend Tyler introduced it to me. Yeah. And then we get to my anatomy class. Not my anatomy class. My figure drawing class. So from now on, you are going to see nudity. It's not a lot. It is not a lot. It's just, it's nude models. So, just be warned. We have, a drawing of for an assignment that we had to do of the person sitting next to us. And yeah. And then I did a drawing of Luna in the heat of combat while, after I had gotten out of class. And yeah, we got a lot of, timed figure sketches for warm-ups and stuff from here on out. There's really nothing here to look at. You can pause if you want to. Yeah, these were all timed, so they're just kind of here. Why I didn't get a sketchbook all for this, just for this class, I have no idea. Don't ask. Yeah, and you'll see me getting better and better at how to pose these. Oh, and this one's actually one I'm proud of. This was a very difficult angle to draw. And then we got Luna in the heat of combat again, but right after she had just finished battling. Her hands are drenched in blood. And yeah, and this is all from her. And then we got bullets that had destroyed this poor sign. This poor road sign. And then we got Miyu and Luna here. I'm not really proud of this one. This is an awkward looking drawing. And then we got Ogre Cap. So I actually drew this on a moving bus. funny enough. So, yeah. I had to draw. I had to. It was a necessity. Fight me. And then we got more Uma Musume. It was really taking over my mind at this point in time, because I was like in the throes of watching the anime, and we got Tamamo Cross, in Ogre Cap, because I loved Tamamo's design. I think had just started watching Cinderella Grey at this point in time. So good. Cannot wait for an English dub. Please, Side Games. And then we got Tokai Teo. She's so cute. I love her. And yeah, I cannot. I also just got some Bolly Rudolph today, in the game. I was so happy. But I want this model type. I have her anime collab one, but I would love to have just the Sky Teo step one. And I had gotten sick here, so I was venting. I had gotten a pretty nasty cold, so I was just venting here. I felt like death. I wanted to die. And then we got Marzensky. This was an offering to the Gacha gods. I did get her. I also got Special Week, but I really wanted Marzensky because it's such a good outfit. And then we got her, and then I drew her again here because I was like, a double offering to the Gacha gods. It'll happen, trust. I'll probably draw to Mama Cross again for the Gacha gods. Please come home. Awkward angle of Luna. Not really proud of this one, but she's gonna go in apeshit here. Luna in the throes of what the consequences of using too much of her quirk. Yeah, it's not a good time. Poor girl has to go to the hospital and get everything checked, because this does hurt her organs. It's not a great time. I'm gonna need water here in a bit. And this one is of Luna, Emiko, and Miyu just at Luna's house, chilling, having a sleepover, like after a meeting or something. And yeah. We got, like, a bunch of little things, hello bong, and we got, like, a 7-Eleven Slurpee, chips, nail polish, Miyu's phone, yeah, just making this feel like home, a thermostat, yeah. And Miyu's family is actually a family of fishermen as well. So her dad does like he works on a fishing barge. He runs a fishing barge. So they go out early in the morning to fish, and they only take as much as they absolutely need and free anything else that gets caught in their nets. And that is Miyu's job, because she can breathe underwater. Look at the gills. Because it saves time on having someone else like gear up in scuba in a scuba suit and get oxygen tanks on. When like, why do that when you can have the literal person that has the biology to be able to just breathe underwater and go like 500 feet down. And yeah. So yeah, she's asking her dad if she can go down then, and she got her headlight because it's like probably like 5:30 in the morning during this. And then we got the girls talking on their way back from the 7-Eleven. Yeah, I am going to take a sip of water now. I am not using a tripod. This is also on my bed, so I'm just gonna place y'all down. Ugh. Okay, we're back. And then we got more figure drawings for my class. This one I'm really happy with. This one as well, if you can see that. And we got some titties here. You'll have to excuse that. I'm very proud of this one though. This one's an awkward-ish angle, and I'm not really proud of it, but it looks okay. And this was like a demonstration for someone in the class that was having trouble with anatomy and stuff. And then we got Ogre Cap and Belle No Light from Cinderella Grey from their mall shopping trip. This was such a cute scene. I loved this scene so fucking much. And then we got this person from my school's Halloween event that was dressed up as Muichiro Tokito. And I was like, oh my god, I love your costume. And they allowed me to draw them. And yeah. And we got Miu in a kimono, because I wanted to, like, see what she would look like in it, hypothetically. She doesn't really wear kimonos, or, like, yukudos that much, because they need to cut a hole in for her tail. And I feel like that would just be really annoying to deal with. And then we got Luna and Inu doing Halloween trick-or-treating. This was around the time Frankenstein had released in theaters. I did not see it, unfortunately. Did it premiere on Netflix around this time? I think maybe it did. Either way, I wanted to draw her as Frankenstein's creature. So yeah, she's dressed up as a creature. And we got Inu dressed up as Miles Morales, because little boy. Little baby boy. And then we got Obeyer Master from Cinderella Grey. This is around the time the Japan Cup episode had aired, and oh my god, I love her. I cannot wait for her return, if she ever returns. Oh my god, please. She was so funny. Also, that entire reveal, god tier writing. Thank you. Oh, and this is for my figure drawing class. So this we were doing something called our Me and Thee assignment, and this was basically drawing us combined with an animal or a plant or both, and I chose a whale shark because I love whale sharks, and we had to draw us, like actually us, not like a perfect version of us. So me being obese, I was like, okay, because I've never really liked myself, so this was very therapeutic. I had to, like, see how the fat folds would work, how the fabric worked over said fat, and yeah, this was very therapeutic. Loved this assignment. And yeah. And we got some facial expressions in my regular style. And then we got Creature from Frankenstein 2025, my baby! I love him. My baby boy. Mwah. And we got more Frankenstein doodles with him and Elizabeth. And we got him. And this was me really experimenting with drawing him in my style. I'm very happy with this one. He's just a baby. And then we got Luna in battle again. I really wanted to see what she would look like in motion. Yeah. And then we got Corbo from Pokemon Legends Z8. I love that motherfucker so much. He's so funny. And this is referencing, like, the end game portion of it. If you don't know, if you fall off off the building where he and his syndicate build a human ladder for you to get up, because they didn't actually bring a ladder, like a regular ladder. He gets really pissed, and eventually he invisible walls you after a third time. It is really funny. And I was like, let him say fuck, please. And yeah. And then we got Luna singing her heart out. That is a very extended microphone stand. Good god. And then we got Luna dressing him as Creature, like getting ready and stuff, and putting on makeup and all that. And we got her dressed up as Freerin, and I wanted to see what she would look like with different hairstyles too, because I was like, Luna's hair is really, really thick, and as someone that has worn regular wigs, like for cosplay, the wig nets, they're not good for, like, really thick hair. And I was like, yeah, Luna's hair really wouldn't work, huh? with those. And I was like, fuck it. She would probably just tie her hair up in whatever style would be necessary for the character. So pigtail Luna fan service for you guys. Look at her. She's so cute. And Taya would agree with us because, yeah, she's freaking out. Yeah, and we got her little tail. And then we got AZ. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil the game, but if you know, you know. And we got Luna and Tayo on a cute little date. Oh, my babies. I'm very proud of this part, by the way. And then we got the final drawing. This was done at the mall. And it was nearing Christmas. So yeah. We got a little Christmas comic for you guys. And it's Luna and Inu decorating the Christmas tree. And yeah, that is the end for Sketchbook 1. And this is Sketchbook 2. So this is not complete in the slightest. I just started this not that long ago. And like I said, the first page is personal information for contact reasons. So for the first page, I wanted to, because this was around the time the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out. Loved the movie. I don't care what critics are saying. And I wanted to see what Mangle's design would look like with human proportions. Because I've always loved Mangle. And I was like, her design is already really fucked up, but what would it look like if she was a human? And so we got this monstrosity. I love it though, honestly. And then we got Luna in the kitchen. These are really high kitchen countertops. I did not mean to make them this high. And I accidentally forgot her tail also. Oops. And she's just making coffee in the morning, and she's got her hair tied up with like a face mask headband or something. And this is also her in battle, but putting up like a force field with her quirk. And I had also just got, this was actually just originally just a plain old sketch, but I was like, my grandma actually got me some Prismacolors while I was visiting her for the holidays, for New Year's, and I was like, well, I want to test them out with one of the sketches I already have in here, and I tested it out with this one. So yeah, we got Luna in color in here for the first time. And yeah. And we got her just in her pajamas and stuff, her with her prosthetic, her laying down, her brushing her teeth, and yeah. My baby. And we got Hanai sketches. This is her on the train or bus home from the school laboratory. We got her patches on her overalls because she works really hard, and her little decorated backpack, which is very similar to mine. And we also got her overall, her from the back, just staring at us because we interrupted her work apparently. And we got Miyu and Luna sparring in an open field. And yeah. They're both very powerful, so they have to they have to battle it out together in an open field, or they will decimate an entire city block. And this is really personal to me. So if you don't know this for whatever reason, because I talk about this a lot, my mom died when I was 7 years old, and she took her own life. And when I drew this, it was the 13th anniversary of that death, 13th or 14th anniversary. So I did a little memorial drawing for her in a realistic style. But I was like, if I draw her eyes as they looked in life, I would have started sobbing my eyes out. So we got her eyes in my normal style. And then we got this little Christmas drawing of Luna. Not really proud of this. This was done in the office during our Christmas Eve party because I wanted to go away from the noise for a bit. And yeah, it's a little drawing of her playing Santa Claus. And then we got Miyu pulling a Freer and the Slayer. This is her about to go apeshit on an enemy. This is her in full Furumi protection mode. Her entire family is made up of it. Their duty is to protect. So she fights really hard, and yeah, she's getting ready to do that. This is what the first drawing I've made specifically for the Prismacolors. So we got Freeren. Most of her palette is white, so I was like, that's gonna look really boring. So we got her hair like mostly purple, actually. That's a mistake on my part, but I put a bunch of colors in there to make it more magical. And yeah, really happy with her staff, though. Like what you can see of it, nice value. And then we got Goldshit. This is actually the last drawing I have in here, and it will be the end of of the sketchbook tour segment. Before I get to the ranting. And this was done after I got a micron pen from my school's bookstore on a whim. And yeah, I decided to color it in after a bit because I was like, even though I don't really like the anatomy of this part, I was like, I still want to see it in color, and boom. I'm really, really happy with this. The photo I took was super vibrant. You can see it on my Instagram. And yeah. So that is it for the sketchbook tour. On to the ranting. So, now that the sketchbook tour is done, I really want to talk about my experiences growing up on the internet. I am Gen Z, so my generation really grew up on the internet, and when I started posting online, I was in the Star Wars fandom. Yes, I know. And I was really happy with it. People loved my artwork. Even though it was like pretty bad in hindsight, but I was like 11 or 12. And I made a lot of friends really quickly. But some of those were not great. And I'm glad to not have a lot of those people in my life anymore. And specifically, there were a couple who were definitely grooming me in hindsight. So there, specifically this one guy who would always like try to do sexual role plays with me online, and being the naive kid I was, I trusted him and went along with it. And yeah, my grandma found out and was angry about it and forbid me from speaking with him and all that. I did not listen to her. Still kept going. I'm sorry, Grandma, if since you're finding about this now. I did cut contact with him when I was about 13, though. 13, 14-ish. But yeah, he was like 16 at the time. And yeah, he was a total creep. He knew how young I was, too. I posted about my personal life on there as well. So he knew full well what he was doing. And yeah, the grooming and stuff was not healthy in the slightest. What the fuck, guys? I was too young. And of course, being the fat kid, I got harassed a lot. So I actually got doxxed for it once. It was really scary. And yeah, the bullying I faced online was intense. But I still loved drawing and posting my artwork online, and I still do. And yeah, for any young artists, or like any young people online, because I know there are people much younger now online. Please, for the love of God, stay safe. If you think the 16-year-old trying to talk to you, like 16 to 18-year-old online is trying to talk to you, and that's telling you like, oh, you're so mature for your age or anything like that, run. it's not, it's a trap. You're gonna get groomed. And then we got the guys that would actually be sexual towards me and not my characters. And yeah, that was not great. That was partially my fault for entering adult spaces, but they should have kicked me out. And yeah, they didn't. They didn't do their due diligence, and that is also my fault for going into those spaces at that age. But also, I was a young kid. But also, I was a young teenager. Like a tween. I was going through puberty and all that. So it's a complicated situation. And yeah, the message here is to just be safe and have fun. Just take precautions, please. The internet is not a safe space. Just be so careful, and just continue having fun drawing or doing whatever craft you love. And yeah, happy 10 years to me. Like almost 10 years. It's like 9 years right now. It'll be like 10 years coming up in like October, I think. Or like somewhere close to that. I didn't start posting until middle school. Like after I got my first phone. And yeah, I will continue posting speed paints and all that, whenever I feel up to editing them anyway. And yeah, visit my Instagram, give me a follow, and yeah, bye!